Welcome back. In our top business story, more and more Dubai state companies are securing bank financing. DP World's holding company, Port and Free Zone World, is raising $850 million from a syndicated loan to refinance its obligations. Bankers familiar with the plan told Bloomberg. The 5-year loan has conventional and Islamic portions and pays 3.5% over benchmark rates, one of the bankers said. The loans are backed by shares of DP World, which are listed on Nasdaq Dubai. Port and Free Zone World raised an $853 million as well as a 551 million dirham conventional loan back in 2008, which will mature in September, according to Bloomberg data. Also this week, Dubai Holding reached an accord with the lenders to extend a $1.2 billion loan. Exports and re-exports of members of the Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry in July reached 20.9 billion dirhams. That's a 22% increase compared to a year ago. This shows the strength of Dubai's business environment and the Emirates' position as a viable investment destination in the region, the DCCI chairman Abdul Rahman Saif Al Ghuraya said. Meanwhile, the number of certificates of origin issued during the month reached 62,500, which is the highest number so far this year, and up 15% compared to the same month in 2010. With heat levels rising, so is National Central Cooling Company's second quarter profit. The utility, also known as Tabreed, said its net profit rose 37% quarter-on-quarter to 44 million dirhams in Q2 as chilled water sales grew. Tabreed's strategy of developing the business for the longer term by focusing on the core business of chilled water is paying off, CEO Sujit Parha said in a statement to the Dubai Bourse. This business segment contributes the most to the Abu Dhabi-based utility's operating profit, over 90% in the first half. And also Abu Dhabi-listed Dana Gas reported Q2 results. Net profit rose an impressive annual 280% to 124 million dirhams, while revenues from the sale of hydrocarbons rose 46% to 627 million dirhams. And let's now look at the UAE and GCC stock markets. In our world business news, South Korea's central bank left interest rates on hold today. The Bank of Korea reacted as expected and kept rates steady at 3.25%. However, the central bank is in an extremely tricky situation after the US Fed pledged to keep its policy rates near zero until mid-2013. The cheap US hot money is flowing into the Asian markets where yields are higher, which consequently pushes up inflation. This comes as the Asian economy's momentum is slowing due to a lackluster US recovery and ongoing debt worries in Europe. Interest rate increases now to tame those price pressures would therefore come at a very bad time. The Asian powerhouses would feel an even bigger blow should the US fall back into recession. For the governor of the Bank of Korea, however, that is an unlikely scenario.
I don't think the US economy will fall into a double dip. I can't provide a percentage, but the chances are very low.
Concerns about S&P's downgrade of the US credit rating and the resulting global stock sell-off are sparking urgent calls for an overhaul of the US rating agencies. Lawmaker Maxine Waters, a California Democrat, wrote to the Securities and Exchange Commission asking it to investigate whether Standard & Poor's selectively disclosed information about a downgrade of US government debt. Reason being that rumors circled the market that S&P had downgraded the US hours before it was officially announced. Waters said she was also concerned that banking industry executives met with S&P on Thursday and Friday, shortly before S&P formally announced the news on Friday evening, causing a sharp stock market sell-off the days after. UK farmers hit hard by the tough economic times find that using their land also for a holiday business helps make ends meet. Will and Anna Brock do so. They come from a long line of farmers, but they don't make the living from livestock or crops. They're in the holiday business, as farming alone doesn't make enough money. They've done a deal with Feathered Down Farm Holidays. The company provides the equipment and Anne and Will run the site. In return, the farmers are paid commission, boosting their finances by some £25,000 a year.
This is quite a big part now of the farm and quite a big part of our income too. So I also have another job, and Will works on the farm too.
Before we go, here's a quick overview of the oil, precious metals and currency markets, and after that we have the day's sports news for you.